Today guys, we're going to be showing you an absolutely amazing inventory you can build for $200, which is, we're creeping up on the budget a little bit here. We're getting to the higher amount, so if 200 is a little bit too high for you, fair enough. Don't worry, we've got other videos at different budgets that are linked down below. We've got a $100 budget, $50 budget, and also $25 budget, I believe. They'll all be linked below. We're going to jump into it now. This is 20 different skins that you can pick up for $200 in CSGO, accurate as of the 8th of April 2023. Normally we start with the AK. Today we're going to start with the M4. We're going to be picking up a field tested Emperor for just under $20. This is what the field tested version looks like. If you pick up one with a decent wear, like rating on it, like as low on the field tested as possible, you'll normally only get wear on the magazine and maybe at the end of the gun. So it still looks absolutely incredible like this. Like this is a stunning finish for a field tester. Normally for the USP at this sort of budget, I'm looking at a Cortex, but this time I'm going for a purple DD Pat minimal wear for $9.50. The reasoning for this one is because it looks insane, especially if you get a souvenir one, which is actually the $9.50. It's cheaper to buy a souvenir with nice stickers on it than it is just to buy the normal skin itself. It looks insane. It looks great in CS2 if you've seen people playing on that. So this for me is an absolute winner of a skin right now. As with the last two videos, we are also showing an A1S skin in this. In this case, we've got the Nightmare, which is minimal wear, and it's just over $25. I think you should be mixing, like even if you're playing casually, somewhat competitively, you should be mixing between the A4 and the A1S. And for me, the Nightmare, like there's loads of nice budget A1S skins. Like let's be real, but I wanted to sort of spend a good bit of the budget on the 6 main skins in this case. And this A1S, this Nightmare, I've never seen it in game before, but it looks amazing for the price. Over on the P250 side of things, we're going to spend pretty much $5 and get a See You Later field tested. I've actually been looking at getting myself a P250 recently. I'm torn between the See You Later and the Vision. So let me know down below which one you'd prefer between the See You Later and the Vision stat track. For me, I love like the crocodile teeth on the barrel of the gun. It's similar to the Monster Mashup. It just looks the part. And for the AKs, we've got a field tested Empress for $41, but it actually still looks really nice in field tested because it's one of those skins that its main wear, like its wear in the pattern, is really just like how bright it looks. So field tested still looks stunning. AKs are the hardest part for me, so there's so many ranges and options you can have in this price range. Do you want to go stat track or not? I've committed to not doing any stat track on any of the guns this time around, so let me know if the Empress would have been your pick for a $200 budget. For the Glock, we spend just under $10. We pick up a Water Elemental. I think this is just such an iconic, like OG Glock to have now. It just looks super clean, honestly. The red and the blue pop. There's sort of loads and loads of budget Glocks you want to, so maybe you just want to stay cheap and run a Moonrise or a Warhawk. You can, but for me, how often you use this pistol, I like having a nice finish on it, and this is beautiful. Now, I promise I'm not getting you guys on my Aetherius cult, but we've got to include it again here, because you can get a minimum wear version for about $8 at the minute. And it's kind of looking at it, for the detail and the quality of this skin, it's incredibly hard to beat. I did look at some other options. I had, for example, I had been looking to spend a large amount of the budget on an op, maybe like a chromatic aberration like this, which it looks insane, or a duality like this. At the end of the day, this is like between $70 and $90 spent on the op. Now, if you are a main op player, then sure thing, spend like $70, $80 on an op like this, and then adjust the rest of the $200 budget accordingly to what you see fit. But I think if you're just like a general player, you play about with everything, you want to pick up an Aetherius for the price because there's nothing out there that can beat it for the value for money. Now, we're spending a big chunk of the budget on the Desert Eagle for the first time in one of these videos. $27 on a field tested Ocean Drive. I wanted a way to get a nice expensive deagle in here. Like for the budget, there is a mecha industry. There is a trigger discipline, but I've been wanting a nice vibrant deagle to get into these budgets. And we found one here. Ocean Drive, field tested, 27 bucks. I'm a big fan of this one. I think for me, honestly, outside of some of the insanely priced Mac 10s, this one is the best you're going to get. You're going to spend $10 on this one and not need to upgrade it. Even if we do a $500 budget video, this is probably still going to be in it because of how good it is for the price. Over on the dual Beretta side of things, we're going for one of my favourites, which is a field-tested Melodrama. Now, I do prefer them in factory new, but it turns out that field-tested doesn't wear too awfully. Again, there might be some little marks on it, and it's mainly just the brightness that's affected, but these still look super sick for the $3 you're spending on them. And as I say, these and the Royal Consorts are like my two favourite dual Berettas in the game. Over on the MP9 side of things, I finally got enough budget to justify picking up a minimal wear food chain for $5.36. I'm actually probably going to buy one of these myself this weekend. I've been looking for a new MP9 for a while, and the fact that this looks so sick and clean on minimal wear, even on field tested, if you want to reduce the budget a little bit, it still looks the part. This is like a solid 9 out of 10 skin for me. That's exactly what I want to see. Probably our first love-hate skin right now. We've got a 5/7 Angry Mob Minimal Wear for $7.67. Some people love this with the color pop and like having the little characters on it. Others just hate these sort of skins in general. Let me know where you sit on that thing, on that side. Like there's 5/7s I probably prefer over this, but still this one looks super, super nice. And because I couldn't justify the chromatic aberration up, I'm basically backing it up here with the PARALLAX Scout for minimal wear $3.65. Again, I love these patterns and like this hallucinating sort of effect on it. With like the way they've overlapped, like everything looks like it's blurred a little bit. Maybe you don't like that visually while playing in game, and that's completely fair. I know some people will probably find it annoying or a bit like harsh on the eyes if they're looking at the skin regularly. But for me, I like this. I think it's a nice little price for what you're picking up. Now, one that I didn't realize how nicely it was when in a worn condition is a fuel injector, but it's a Tech 9 field tested for just over $3, and look at it. It barely has any scratches. It's again one of those skins. Well, this one has a Fanatic sticker on it. But basically, it just goes from being like yellow and brighter to being more orangey color. And for some people, you might actually want a higher wear of this. So you might want to go to like a Battle Scarred or Well Worn to get that more orange color on it. But, you know, I like skins like this where it doesn't end up just looking really Battle Scarred as it gets worn. It's just more so how bright the effect is. Now, at this point, you might be able to see what my personal preference is when it comes to skins, because for the Galil, we're spending $4.60 for a minimal wear chromatic aberration. This is the Galil I use in general. I can't remember if mine's a stat track or not. Oh, it mustn't be, because the stat track counter isn't on it. I am just a big fan in general of skins like this. They look amazing. Maybe you don't like the colourful pomps. You know, it is what it is. There's personal preferences here, but for me, best budget Galil without a doubt. And what I like about having a $200 budget is I can spend almost $6 picking up a Minimal Wear Justice Mag 7. This one for me, like there are some cheaper Mag 7s that are nice. Like you've got Monster Calls, you've got a couple others, I can't remember the exact names, but for me, I went with this one mainly because we've got the Emperor Field Test M4 right at the start, and like the color schemes there, I think they're from the same collection. At least seem to be from the same sort of collection of skins, maybe not released in the same case. Alright, skin number 17 of the 20, we're going to pick up a Field Tested FAMAS MECHA Industries for just over $3. Again, we're on the skins that don't start to wear horribly. They're just not as bright. If you had another Field Tested FAMAS, like, have you seen the Field Tested FAMAS? They look awful. They're scored as hell. They look like they've been through a couple of wars. As this is just still the same color scheme, just not as bright. It still looks so clean. I want them to be visually appealing whilst I'm playing the game. Over on the SG side of things, you have so many options. For me, I'm going to go with a factory new Darkwing for $2.93. This one is my own SG. I'm considering changing to a couple of different options at the minute. But for me, this one still wins as probably the nicest, best detailed SG you can pick up, especially for the price. How it fades from that red into the, I'm going to say, like greyish purple, and it's still on the scope and everything. It looks super detailed. For the price, that's a big win. Now, the MP7 I picked out is a little bit of a consolation because I wanted to have a Bloodsport AK in this, but the price has increased drastically recently. It's like almost doubled, possibly tripled in price. So we're going to spend $3, pick up a Minimal Wear MP7 Bloodsport, which still looks super detailed. I mean, this one again, it's more in the anime style of things. So maybe if you hate, like you maybe just hate the anime style skins, this one isn't for you. But overall, as an average collector, adding this into a $200 inventory is pretty sweet. And then the last item we have is the AUG Side Meat Minimal Wear for $4.75. But the AUGs, honestly, when it comes to the budget range, are kind of a tricky bunch. But again, this for under $5 in a $200 budget is probably a pretty sweet pickup. And that's all 20 skins that you can get. You can see a collection of them here on the ground. It won't let me pick any of them back up, but there we go, guys. $200 inventory in CSGO right now in April of 2023. The market is fluctuating a little bit at the minute, but you should be pretty safe to pick these up. I can't see them being too heavily on an increase or decrease. Obviously, increase would be nice for you if you picked it up and then you make some money on it, possibly. Let me know in the comments down below which skin was your favorite from this whole collection. For me, I'm leaning towards probably the Emperor or the Neon Rider. Ocean Drive Deagle is also pretty nice as well. And then let me know what budget and or themes you want to see going forward. I'm just going to increasingly go up the budget here. Obviously, as I say at the start, there's videos down below in the description for 25, 50, 100. We've done 200. We'll probably go 300 next. But if you have any specific sort of theme or anything you want to see, please let me know. And then also there's a Discord down below, so if you want to chat about skins on a day-to-day basis with me and the community, you can join that Discord, dedicated skins section. We can help you build out your inventory there as well. That's everything over for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.